And we're live. Hope everybody had a good Father's Day. I guess it's not Father's Day everywhere, but it is here in Ontario, Canada. It's Father's Day. So we were at the camper for the weekend with the kids. It was awesome. They got me some awesome gifts. It was amazing. And then we went to some family stuff today, which we're going to talk about. Sugar is a drug. It was wild. What a drug is sugar. So we're going to definitely talk about that today. I guess I'll show off what I got for Father's Day as we wait for people to file in. My daughter made me this, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we got people coming in now. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate everybody that's here. My son made me this. So that's pretty cool. Thanks to my children and support of school and teachers. So, what do I say? I guess it's hard to say this. Hi, Gina. I hope you're having, yeah, it is. Hope you're having a good day. Sugar. Let's talk about sugar. Nice presents. Very creative. It was amazing, Lisa. Honestly, it was amazing. So cool getting stuff like that from your kids. That's why we fight and do all this to stay alive. That makes it worth it. It's just so amazing. Hi, Kathy. Hope you're having a good night. Sugar is a drug. So let's get into it. I've never felt a drug. I've done psilocybin psychotherapy through Health Canada. So I've had some pretty powerful drugs in my system. Nothing as powerful as sugar. Happy Father's Day. Thanks, Cat Lady. I had a lot of neat conversations over the weekend. Before I get into sugar, maybe I'll just go back for a minute. Hi, Whitley. Definitely going to be a really revamped protocol coming. Bunch of new information has come forward from some doctors that implement Professor Seyfried's work. I got a bunch of good advice and good guidance, so I feel more confident than ever, regardless of what happens on this scan coming up on Tuesday, that I'm going to do something special here. I know we're going to figure out the press pulse. I know we're going to get in the hyperbaric chamber, and I know that we're going to, all of us together or somebody, there's going to be something break here, and I know there's going to be a cure for cancer. I know it's coming. It is great. Trial and error and doing this on my own without any support of any integrative doctors. Don't have any. They just don't exist. Regular doctors don't want to. Hi, thank you. I appreciate it. Regular doctors don't want to step outside of their standard, what do you call it? Standard of care, because if they do, they get sued. So they don't want to be doctors anymore. They're just order takers. I know that sounds crazy, but doctors are just order takers. I'm telling you right now. You have ABC, you get DEF, and that's a drug from the pharmaceutical companies based on trials held by the pharmaceutical companies. If you fit in that square box over there, you go in that square box over there. If you fit in the triangle over here, you come on over here. And they stuff you in. Doctors aren't practicing medicine anymore. They're not using real medicine to help heal people. I'm convinced of it at this point. All the information that's come forward, and I'm going to get right into all of that here today, maybe if we have a little bit of time, if I have some energy, and in the coming days. A lot of really, really good stuff has come forward. I can't say too much about all of it yet because I don't want to incriminate any future possibilities or anything, but I have had some mind-blowing treatments that we can do from a number of people that have come forward. There's not just one person, but I've spoke to a bunch of people that are different doctors in different places of the world, and it's pretty amazing the stuff that has come forward. There are chemo, as we talked about a week ago, chemothermia institutions in India and different places that we can get some really good treatment from. But again, most of us can't afford it. Like you're talking, I don't know, $20,000 a month or more. and just not going to be covered by any insurance plan in the States or Canada. So sugar is a drug. Let's talk about it. I'm a nurse and I have so much guilt about the education. Let's throw that up on the screen. Guilt about the education I provide patients. Well, it's not completely wrong. It is what it is. It's the way the system is. Like, don't take it personally. But yeah, it's true. I understand why you feel that way, but you didn't do it. You're following your protocols. Like the hospitals and doctors' clinics and wellness centers give you protocols. You have to follow them, and they have to follow them for liability purposes. So I don't want to defend them. I'm trying not to bash them too hard because it's the system. It's capitalism. Like it's politics. Politicians have gotten involved in pharmaceuticals. I don't want to make it left or right wing politics because I don't want to get into that, but the left has really got into funding pharmaceutical industry. So, and they've been in power now for a while. Don't know what Trump will do. Couldn't tell you. Don't know. Don't care. I live in Canada. Hopefully, I don't know if he'd be in bed with the pharmaceutical companies or not. I really don't know that answer. I don't keep up on American politics as much as I should probably. But right now the left in Canada and in the States is fully funding the pharmaceutical industry. Only 2 more days to go. Well, let's talk about that, Whitley. Had a little accident today, and that's why I'm procrastinating talking about it. Sugar is a drug. That's what I want to talk about. I can understand why somebody wouldn't want to trust somebody on YouTube because you put this out there like you're doing this and you guys are amazing and so supportive and loving. But it's so easy to just pretend like something didn't happen, but that would ruin what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people, and that's really the goal with all this. And so I did have some sugar today, and it was the most like I was saying, I've been on a lot of drugs. I haven't had any sugar or anything since April, since my birthday. I had a tiny piece of cake. And so all this keto diet and everything, I've had 0 sugar. I don't even touch keto treats. I don't even get into those. So I've had nothing. And then I've had this fast, and I had almost no food. I just started eating food because my weight was getting too low. I had some egg yolks on, was it Friday? Little piece of chicken this big on Saturday. And then today, it's Father's Day, so we had tacos. So I made a little taco salad. It wasn't really any vegetables, it was meat. Put a little bit of cheese on it. Some it was a white stuff, sour cream. A little bit of that, mixed her in, ate that. And then dessert time. And all the drugs I've been on in my life, ketamine, fentanyl at the hospital many times, all these surgeries and stuff. Hydromorph. I've been on a hydromorph pump. I've been pumped full of drugs like you wouldn't believe. I did psilocybin through Health Canada, large dose, 25 milligrams of pure psilocybin, which is magic mushrooms, which is about a plate of 5 grams equal. So I've been on, and I did that with a doctor and a psychiatrist. Through this journey, I've been on extremely powerful drugs. Nothing like having chocolate cake. I had a small piece, and no word of a lie, I was stuck in a lazy boy for 2 hours. The room was flashing. Everything was lighting up. Every cell in my body was vibrating. It was nuts. I guarantee you it kicked me out of ketosis. It was the dumbest thing I ever did. I don't know why I did it. But I did it, and I'm admitting it. And you go on these fasts, definitely don't start to break your fast with chocolate cake. It's a bad idea, number one. Number two, this is a good message for everybody. Like, if you could understand the feelings that I was experiencing, it was like taking an extremely strong psychedelic drug and wanting, like I did, was legally through the government, and wanting out. Like, it was horrible. Afterwards now, my body's crashed. I feel like I'm hungover. Like, I don't feel sick or anything. I've been fasting ever since, but I feel completely hungover. My body is completely drained. It was horrible. You're welcome, cat lady. It was hard to do. It's hard to do because it's like we're right at 18 days. Why would I do this? It's the dumbest thing ever. We'll check my GKI and see how this really screwed me up because we knew what I was yesterday. I had some on my phone, but I think I was 3.2 ketones. Um, I thought one little piece of chocolate cake. Everybody else was having a piece about this big. I had a little sliver. That's it, with a little bit of ice cream. Just that's it. That's all it took, and it was horrible. And I'm just sharing this with everybody openly and honestly. I just don't want to sit here and pretend like it didn't happen because it did, and it was a horrible experience. It's like taking too much of a psychedelic drug and wanting out, and you can't get out. You gotta wait for it to end. At one point, I thought everybody had left and went down to the beach. I kept passing out and having these visions. Like it was extremely powerful. It wasn't like a positive, powerful. Like every cell in my body was vibrating. No, I'm not too hard on myself. It's just hard to share with you guys. That's all. Yeah, I hope I've taught everybody a lot, and I'm just being honest. So, today's what, day 16? Like, we're right at the end. One little piece of chocolate cake isn't gonna ruin the whole experience. You're welcome. You're welcome, cat lady. Yeah, just get back on track. So let's see what my GKI is. Time to do the test. Let's see how I'm kind of excited to see actually. So as much as it sucks and it's gonna throw me off, this is the good news. We get to test and see what happened, and we get the data. So what did that do? It was a piece about this big, like half the size of what everybody else was having, and some vanilla ice cream with it, about the same. Um, Maybe not that long. Like my fingers, it was probably more like this. Like it was a small piece, but it just sent me for a roller coaster ride. It was out of this world. I wish nobody ever has that psychedelic experience from sugar, but it's possible. Don't break your fast with sugar. Leave it to me to push the limits and the boundaries on what you should or shouldn't do with even sugar. Don't do it. All right, let me grab my meter. Let's see what the damage is, and then I don't think I put in a link to call in. If anybody wants to call in, put some. I'd really like a caller tonight. That'd be sweet. Maybe I can hop over here and copy and paste it and put it in the chat. Hopefully, maybe not. Maybe I missed doing it. I don't think I uploaded it into the description. I hope we get a caller tonight. No, I didn't do a call-in link. Okay, let's exit that. Invite guest. Copy the link. Come over here. Here. If anybody wants to call in, the link is right here. It's in the chat. It would be sick to get a caller. All right, let's do some GKI. First, we're back home, so I'll do all this now in front of you. When I was at the camper, I was just doing some of the stuff ahead of time because everything's so. We're outside. I'm on the picnic table, and it's so dirty. I was wiping everything down to do my lives, and there's no cell phone service out there hardly. So these lives were horrible. Sorry about the quality. Yeah, my middle finger usually has better blood. We'll do my middle finger. I wish somebody could teach me how to get better blood. I sometimes push this up and puts a little bit of pressure on it. So they told me at the hyperbaric oxygen, kind of on the side. Oh, gotta get on the wrong. I was on the wrong button. Yeah, got some blood going. All right. Glucose like always, and it's the sugar high that we had today. So it'll be interesting if I've calmed down. It was around 1:30. Wash your hands in warm water. That's a good idea. I'm gonna try that. It's hard to do it right, but when you're already recording, we've already been recording for 15 minutes already. So when I'm doing it on my own, I'm definitely gonna try that. Glucose didn't get picked up. I hate when this happens. My blood even looks a different color and it's not as thick as normal. Come on. It's not working. Meter's not working. Let's get a new strip. I don't know why that strip didn't work. Sometimes it happens. It's in all the way. It's ready. See it go up. Okay, I got it this time. I have never seen glucose this bad in my life. Oh my God. What did I do? That is mental. 136. May this be a message. May everybody learn from this fighting cancer. One piece of cake, one moment, one urge will royally screw you up. And this was hours ago. I am mind blown. This is an amazing learning opportunity for everyone, myself included. I had to just share. I honestly I had the urge to not even do GKI tonight for a second. I was like, no, I'm gonna be honest and show the world. Kicked me right out of ketosis. My ketones yesterday were what, 3.2? Oh boy. Well, there's the end of the fast, I think. No way I'll get back on track from this. Yep. Oh well. It is what it is. What a lesson is right. I mean, it's gonna affect me for a couple days. I'll be back on track. It's not a big deal. But when you're fighting cancer, your life's in your hands. So you better not make these mistakes. At least now we all know. Test it again. I always check twice. If it's crazy number, okay, I'll check. I can test it again. The problem is my weight, Kathy. I'm under 123. I was 122.8. That's kind of the reason I gave in today, because I weighed myself at my mother-in-law's house. I got home and retested it. I got to get weight back on. I got to start eating again. I mean, it's been 16 days. So, I mean, who would have thought that somebody that had no weight could last 16 days with energy and not feel weak and only drop? I was 129 when we started. I'll test it again. Got to get a new big strip set out. I'll double check. If you think it's a crazy number, we'll double check. Maybe I can still get blood draw from this hole. No. I'm just gonna re-wipe my hand too because I have to. I can't. My weight's way too low. I'll get back on track. I'll just do it with my. I got a bunch of ideas with the. I mean, I guess I could fast tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have to. I'll test my glucose in the morning. Maybe I'll do a quick live in the morning. How about that? I'll do a live in the morning, see if my glucose is recovered. At least then it's recorded and documented so we can track this. Thank you. What a lesson for everyone. You're right. And well, myself, like I learned so much from it. And like, man, it was a powerful drug. It knocked me out. Like, and I'm not exaggerating the situation. Maybe I will. Maybe tomorrow just to get back on track. Maybe I'll do a dry fast. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. You've done amazing so far, says Kathy. I really appreciate that. I can't complain. Like, I didn't think I'd ever be able to fast more than 3 to 5 days given my weight. And so I think we've proven a lot here that you can do it. It is possible. I think that's on the record now that anyone fighting cancer low on weight can still get in a prolonged fast 3 days or greater. Like, I mean, we're day 16, and my weight only dropped on day 10 or 11 when I went to water only for 2.5, 3 days. That was the only reason my weight dropped. It was only down a few pounds. So, I mean, there's a lot to learn from this for anyone that wants to. We'll double check the glucose here. Maybe I should get a fresh Kleenex. Just, I don't know. I feel like a fresh Kleenex is a good idea. All right. Double check the glucose. But my blood's even a different thick, like viscosity. Like, it's crazy. Okay, that's much better. 107. Should I double check ketones too? Because that's a big difference in ratings. 107. 132 versus 107. I got Professor Seyfried's full publication up here. I'm going to throw it in the chat. Should probably throw it in the description, actually. For people, I know we had briefly looked at a summary of it. I really want people to know where the full publication is so they can read it. Maybe I'll put it in the description. I'll do that in a second. Let me try. I'll double check ketones just in case. Just in case. You never know. Hopefully I didn't get fully kicked out of ketosis. It's been a great run. And doing these lives, it's all like recorded. Yeah, 0.3. So ketones, I'm just under ketosis. 0.5 is ketosis. So one piece of cake and ice cream did that. So that's wild. What a lesson for everyone that is fighting cancer. If you're sitting there going, I'm on keto diet, and you're fighting cancer, and you think that you're applying metabolic therapy, I'm going to say this bluntly: you're not applying metabolic therapy unless you're testing regularly, unless you're really, you got to pretty much, I think I'm going to be weighing my food, to be honest, going forward. It's been a great run. Hopefully your weight will bounce back. Jeff, I'm blessed in my journey fast often, his weight in like 6 pound range. Yeah, but he's also 160, so 6 pounds is like a lot easier. I figure I'll put on like 3 or 4 pounds right away. The last couple will be tough. That's how I think it's gonna go. Yeah, honestly. Well, you guys saw my key saw last night. I was still 2.0 GKI. Like, it's nuts. And oh, and I had, like I said, I had some hamburger. No, like a little bit of hamburger, and I had bone broth. That's it. And it's nuts. Let's see here if I can copy. I'm gonna just hop over to the original thing here. See if I can throw a link in the description. Edit. Description. Control V. Okay, there's a link in the description to Professor Seyfried's press pulse, the full thing. I don't want to go through it all tonight. I just wanted to make sure that because we had reviewed it, but the full article is now in the description. I recommend everybody reads it. It's pretty awesome stuff. Stress is another thing that I really wanted to touch on before we shut her down. If anybody wants to call in, please let me know. Maybe I can update the call-in link too. Just thought, since I can edit it here and invite guest. Copy. Edit. I want to talk about stress and GKI because I know we've touched on it a few times. Oh, it didn't update the Professor Seyfried thing. I'm sorry. I guess I can't save it because we are live. I don't know. It says the stream scheduled for the future. I can't update the description. Maybe I can do it after with YouTube. No idea. So there's something called neurofeedback. So when it comes to stress, like I did do the psychedelic psychotherapy. As you guys know, I've talked about it openly. And so that made a huge impact on facing my own mortality and helping me come to grips with the fact they keep telling me I'm supposed to die and I keep being wrong. You think that one of these days will be right. You're welcome for sharing, Gina. So I want something that's measurable. And so I was introduced to neurofeedback. So there's something that is called, I haven't made any notes. I've just been researching it. Um, so there's something that there's a bunch of different neurofeedback machines, and they're all like $1,500 to $2,500. Neurofeedback. See if I can find. So I don't want to spend that kind of money. I can't afford that. But it's basically like electrical vibration into your body, and it helps regulate yourself. And so the issue that I'm going to have in testing it and showing you guys is that you need a baseline of like 30 days of your heartbeat. And so that's how you test stress and how you're managing your stress levels and whether or not they're getting better or not. So I'm gonna have a hard time proving this to be working, but I do have a smartwatch, so I don't know how often it updates. I think you gotta manually update your heart rate. So I'm gonna start doing that probably tonight, like in the morning. I'm just getting into this now. Why is it not coming up? Um, Neural feedback wristband. So I found one that looks really interesting, and it's called. It's on my phone if I can't find it here. Apollo. That's it. Apollo Neuro. Apollo Neuro. Let's see if I can share screen here. Let's do a quick screen share because I think this is important. When you're trying to keep your glucose down, if you can keep your standard level of stress regulated down by 10, 20%, your glucose over a period of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, in a month will significantly read a lower amount, which is extremely important for fighting illness. If you're diabetic, if you're fighting cancer like myself, present. I'm gonna share screen. Share screen. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. Press pulse, novel therapy, touch therapy. I think it's this one, band of stress. There we go. Share. There, you guys should be able to see my screen now. So this Apollo this is the website. Why is it not going? Oh yeah, it's on. My new computer, I got a new computer coming finally, guys. This computer is so slow that I'm on. So here's the Apollo website right here. So I guess they're advertising for dads, but this thing is a wristband. It looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see that black thing on his wrist. It's kind of ugly, but it emits electrical current into the body. It calms your body, clears your mind, and it's got an app that it attaches to. You can wear it on your ankle. And I'm not suggesting anybody races out and buys it yet. I'm still looking into it. But I've been informed that neurofeedback is significantly reducing people's overall consistent stress levels, which is something that will significantly help your GKI. And this whole idea of this company here just wearing this wristband, like I can wear a wristband. I wear my watch every day. I can put it on this hand, and if it emits the electromagnetic current, and it does, there's more. Look into this. I've watched some YouTube doctors talk about it, and it actually does something to the healing process in your body, but it takes 30 days to start working and to open up these pathways. But like, it's scientifically proven. Thank you. It's pretty special, I think. And this band's not that expensive. Kind of, I don't know. It's not really fashionable by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't really care if it works. And then inside of the app, they have 8 different, I don't know, I haven't ordered it, but okay, it says here, focus, unwind, calm, sleep, focus. There's like 8 different settings. So like you just wear it throughout the day. You wear it at bedtime, increases your sleep. I believe it's like $400, which of all of the neurofeedback machines, like they're all like 1,500 to 2 grand. I will bring up another one here in a minute. The one that was mostly recommended, but it's like $1,500, and I don't quite understand it because it's something to put on your head. It looks like a meditation device. But here you go. So $487. It's not cheap. Not cheap. I think that this is worth it over a 60, 90-day period so far from what I'm understanding. Yeah, Apollo. So the other one is the one that was recommended from somebody I would trust. The website is sense.ai. So we'll go there, sense.ai. So here's sense.ai. This one's a headphone, but I don't like the sounds of this one. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Hey, if Sense.ai wants me to send me one to test, I'd absolutely be willing to do. I know nobody's ever sent me anything to test before, but this one looks like something you wear, and it's $1,500. I know that because I went to log out and buy one. I went to buy now. We'll do that in a second. But yeah, it's something that you wear. It looks more like a meditative device that you have to put on. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna walk around wearing a headphone all day. And this one looks like it's more about cognitive abilities. It doesn't look like it has as much healing stuff, but I don't know. Maybe it does. It says use. I don't know. Don't know. This is the one that was recommended to me by somebody I trust that has that knows a lot about Professor C research. That is somebody that I don't want to mention their name right now, but this was referred to me right there, $2,000 Canadian. So that's 2 grand Canadian. So I'm not doing this. I don't think it's in the individual that recommended this to me said it's not necessary. Apparently neurofeedback, you can actually go to clinics and do neurofeedback. And he really, really highly said it was of the utmost importance, and you can actually measure your progress with it. So at this price point, I mean, that's like if it works, it's worth it over a 30 or 60-day period. If it lowers your glucose and increases your GKI over time by and you guys will have to, I watch some reviews doctors on YouTube. They're using fancy words that are above my head still because they're new words to my vocabulary. So and my brain is just fried from all the chemo. So anyways, that's something that I'm really keen on right now. And yeah, we have no other questions here. Sorry about the cake today. Screwed everything up on the videos, and we're still gonna keep going. Like at day 18, I'm not giving up. I do have to eat tomorrow. I'm just losing too much weight. I need some sort of. I need nutrition. My body is just. I can feel my grip strength. I just know I'm at where I'm at. I know my body, so I can't just do a fast tomorrow. I mean, I would love to do a water only fast just to get back into ketosis. We'll see. It's a good test. How about I just eat a keto or a carnivore diet tomorrow, fairly lightly. I'm gonna go to 5 meals a day, and I'm gonna walk before and after each meal. It lowers your glucose levels when you do that. So maybe I'll start incorporating that. I can't just start eating normally. I already can't because of my esophagectomy and because I have had no food in the digestive tract for so long, it'll just mess me up. So I'll do a light carnivore diet tomorrow, I think, and we'll test my GKI. Let's see how quickly I can get back into ketosis. Tomorrow's day 17 anyways. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I gotta get weight back on, and I pretty much made it other than the stupid chocolate cake. I'm glad my glucose wasn't 130 after all. Cat lady says carnivore seems right. Yeah, it does. I'm gonna be uploading more videos. I'm I might be going to something that's a bit controversial. Um, but I think it's what's calling to me, where I do strict carnivore and water only fasting. So I do like a day of water only fasting. I hit the cancer really hard with hyperbarics and high dose vitamin C, and then I rotate over to a targeted, um, so like 2 weeks deep carnivore, um, and then 1 week of what's it called? Like a targeted carbs intake where I eat like healthy berries, like blueberries and things, and try to get 80 grams of calories in a week. And then I go 2 weeks like strict carnivore and water only fasting to really target the cancer, and to keep it on its toes. Something happens if you stay in ketosis too long where you get insulin sensitive and your body naturally produces insulin, therefore spiking your GKI. And since I can't get my GKI below 3.5 when I'm eating strict carnivore, even with intermittent fasting, I'm wondering if I have insulin sensitivity build up just from being on keto for so long. Like I was on strict carnivore, then I was on a keto diet for a month, and then I was pretty much strict carnivore. I'll have the odd vegetable. I don't like vegetables the way they make me feel and stuff, but or blueberries keto, I don't know. It's what I'm doing is controversial. What I'm thinking about doing is controversial. You'd have a week off where you'd get glucose spikes. Eating berries. Are they keto? I don't know. Some people would say they are. I don't. It's definitely not carnivore. That's for sure. And I don't like the way fruits and vegetables make me feel. But it's almost like I want to trick the cancer. Like I found about some research on it where cancer gets used to one diet and it can use amino acids. Like if we go back to Professor Seyfried's press pulse, I actually have it up here. He does a whole section on cancer and he has 1,000 references on cancer using amino acids. And yes, glucose and glutamine are the main fuel sources of cancer. Blocking those, cancer does die. But amino acids, here we go. Like his amino acids, it's right here. In the what I think it is, and I could be mistaken, is in the presence of glucose and glutamine, cancer uses amino acids. But when you take away glucose and glutamine, I think cancer can't use amino acids. Here, I'll present it. I'm going to put it on screen so everybody can see. Share screen. I want people to know I'm not making this up. It's hard to say. So here, amino acid fermentation can also drive cancer metabolism. It's right here. And here's all of his references. When you click them, they come up here. And you can read more articles on them. And he talks about it all in here. And I don't know if it's possible. But I almost feel like cancer could learn and adapt even if I have the kind that doesn't use amino acids. I have a feeling that cancer can learn and adapt to use. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I wish we had a proper metabolic treatment facility to go to. But somebody was doing somebody beat cancer that I was listening to the other day, and they used randomized. They just totally put their protocol was random. Like they would do 3 days of something, then they would do 7 days of something, then they would do 6 days of something, then they would do 15 days of something, then they do 2 days of something, then they do 8 days of something. So by doing so, they felt, and it was like fasting, it was ketogenic diet, it was building a little bit of carbs, and then it was fasting, and then it was dry fasting, different types of fasting, animal fat fasting. I don't know if he did that, but he was doing all these different things, and he beat his stage 4 cancer. So I forget where that podcast was, but it was really well done. Raspberries and blueberries and strawberries in small amounts. Okay, so Leanne says they are keto, yeah. But I don't like keto. I don't do well on keto. I do significantly better on carnivore. That's the issue that I'm having. Eating one ribeye a day just does so good for me, but that's not going to work. I can't get my GKI low enough. I need to go to 5 meals a day. I need to walk before and after I eat. And I need to see if that gets my GKI low enough. And plus, with my esophagectomy, it's probably better. I need to weigh my food. I'm going to be really strict, and I'm going to record this part of my journey too. I'm actually typing it all out, my protocol. I'll somehow find a way to publish it so anybody can go and see it. I've been having people email me for some of the protocols that I have right now. I have a bunch of them that people have sent me that I've been sharing that are pretty well done. But what I think I'm going to do is actually write it all out. I think I'm going to sit down. So I want to go 300 calories per meal, total 5 times a day. I have to walk before and after. That's really that's going to really drive down my GKI, I think. And then I want to rotate it so that I can have little blips of some healthy carbs from, yes. I just I don't want to build up the insulin. I want to make sure I keep my body's ability to process like insulin consistency, my body's ability to process carbs and sugar available and alive. Because if I don't, I'm going to get natural body glucose spikes anyways, and I'm fighting stage 4 cancer. I can't have that. So I think I'm going to try something to that effect, and I'm going to weigh the food. I'm going to just write it out. I hate doing that, but I'm going to have to do it. Nobody's worse at it than me. So if you're the one, I don't want to do it, it's too much work. If I can do it, you can do it. It's going to suck. But yeah, that's going to be my protocol. And then I got some new drugs I'm going to add that are extremely important. So I'm taking methylene blue, and I have it on good authority. Again, I've had some really, really good conversations this weekend with people who actually know what they're talking about. And that's where I'm getting some of this stuff from. These people are amazing, and I just can't thank them enough. I can't say who and what because I don't want to screw up any potentials going forward with them. Multiple people, and lipid powder. It's known to restore mitochondrial function. So it's going to require a whole video, and it's going to require a video on a publication. Look it up, lipid powder. It restores mitochondrial function. One of the people I spoke with, actually, I asked them about methylene blue, and this person was in the know. You can take him at his word, like he's in the know on everything from Professor Seafried, his research, doctoring. This guy he's a legit, and he's legit. He goes back and forth on methylene blue, and he's well versed in many drugs and trials and cancer treatments. And so he thinks methylene blue works some days, and then there's some other days he didn't think it worked. We didn't have time to get into details. He was extremely busy. I was lucky enough to even talk to him. High five, Jan. Thank you. We got another comment here too from Leanne. I saw somebody said I should ask Dr. Shafee about it. I'd love to. I love Dr. Shafee. Yeah, I should. It's a good idea. Thanks, Lisa. I really should. But I don't see, Lisa, the problem with Dr. Anthony Shafee is, like, he knows a lot about cancer. He knows a lot about Professor Seafried. This is another level. This is like the people I was talking to really know this research and have actually been putting a lot of this stuff together for humans. It's pretty fascinating. So, I'm not sure Dr. Anthony Shafee would. Well, maybe he would, because it's all about how, I don't know. Look it up on YouTube, guys. There's a bunch of reviews. There's a bunch of people talking about it. I'm just flipping through the comments here. I can't read that word. Zosphere Clemens did a great interview with Paul Saladino. Love Paul Saladino. She gave exact macros for proteins and fats to beat cancer. That is amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot that one. Control print screen. Did it get it? I don't know. Oh, it's saved on the live, so I can go back and get that information. That's awesome. Yeah. So, anyways, my new protocol, I'm putting it together. I will post it. I'll probably do a live in the morning to update my glucose and GKI. It would be interesting to see what happens. If I can get back into ketosis overnight, I doubt it. Point 0.3 is not far off, but like what a lesson for everyone. Like I had no idea. And guys, I was higher than a kite, and I think part is my body can't process it. It hasn't had it since April 4th. It was a weekend before April 4th, so even longer ago, but April 4th, May 4th, June 4th, 2.5 months of zero sugar. So I think my body just can't process it. I don't think I'm metabolically flexible. I think I went the opposite direction. You still want your body to be able to handle sugars and carbs, I think, because you want to be metabolically flexible. And I was higher than a kite. Like it was quite the trip. So Zosia Clemens also was on Dr. Baker's podcast. Our clinic is doing amazing work. That's awesome. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find her clinic. That is amazing. Maybe I can reach out to her. Maybe she do a podcast with me. I would love to have more people that are in the know on this stuff on the show. I do have people lined up for this week that I'm really excited about, actually. Hopefully I can get some podcasts in and maybe some short videos. So, anyways, guys, yeah, I think this was pretty informative live. It was definitely a learning experience live. So, yeah, I think it's time to shut her down. Any final thoughts or comments? Just throw them in here. That would be great if I could. I know, especially if she's in the know. Yeah, anything else? I'll give it another minute because the comments are pretty good tonight, or they're really good tonight. I love all the support and all the comments. Anybody else has anything else to add here? Everybody look up this neurofeedback thing. It was pretty amazing. Yeah, no problem. I enjoyed it. I love having you guys. I love these lives. I love the interaction. In Hungary. Okay. Works at the Palomedicina clinic in Hungary. I'll definitely check that out. Hmm. I'm gonna look her up. Oh, Cat Lady knows her too. Cool. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna look into that. Maybe I can reach out to her. All right, guys. I gotta go have my sugar hangover. I honestly feel like I'm hungover. So I'm gonna go and do what you do when you have a hangover. Drink a bunch of water and lay around on the couch and then go to bed early. Anyways, I didn't think that. I'm mind blown. Well, not really. I could feel it. I knew something was happening. I don't think my body can handle it. It is what it is. Have a good night, guys. Bye.